So I'll first give a question set, and I will request you to first go through the questions, try doing them yourself, and then look at the solutions if required. And even if you've done them, you can check them, and you may find some different approach to take for those questions. So look at the solution only after you've tried these questions once. Okay, so I will just go through the questions, and I will not be reading through them right now, and we'll look at each of them in detail when it comes to the solutions. Let's look at the solution for these basic level questions. We need to simplify this expression. So what we're doing here is we have 100 raised to the power 1 by 2. So what we first do is we write 100 as 10 raised to power 2 and whole raised to the power 1 by 2, which as we know from the law of exponents is 10 raised to power 2 into 1 by 2. That means 10 raised to power 1. So that's what we write over here. It is 10. The second one becomes this becomes 0.2 raised to power 3 and whole raised to the power 1 by 3. So again, using the law of exponent, this becomes 0.2. The third expression is 0.0016, which is nothing but 0.2 raised to power 4, and this raised to the power 1 by 4 is again 0.2. So 0.2 into 1 is what we put over here. Into 1, why? Because 3 raised to power 0 is 1. And now we have 5 by 4 raised to the power minus 1, which becomes 4 by 5. So now we need to evaluate this expression. This becomes 10 plus 4 by 5, and that's 54 by 5. Why this? Because 0.2 and 0.2 minus 0.2, they cancel out each other to make it 54 by 5. The second question is we need to solve 2 raised to the power 3 minus 2 raised to power 2 whole raised to power 3. Now what does 2 raised to power 3 mean is that the base is 2 and the exponent here is 2 raised to power 3. So the exponent essentially becomes 8. So this can be represented as 2 raised to power 8. And this, by the simple law of exponent, becomes, this is the law of exponent that we use is a raised to power m whole raised to power n becomes a raised to power mn. So this becomes 2 raised to power 6. So we get 2 raised to power 6. We can take out common from this and we get 4 minus 1 in the bracket. So this becomes 3 into 2 raised to power 6. That comes out to be 192. Let's now look at the third question. It says if 3 raised to power x minus y is 27 and 3 raised to power x plus y is 243, we need to find out the value of x. So now let's first, in the first given thing, let's first take the right hand side and write it as an exponent, which becomes 27. Since 27 is 3 raised to power 3, we rewrite it as 3 raised to power x minus y is equal to 3 raised to power 3. So that gives us x minus y is equal to 3. In the next one, we again take the right hand side and write it as the exponent 3 raised to power 5. 243 is equal to 3 raised to power 5. So from this we get x plus 5 is equal to x plus y is equal to 5. So now if we add the two equations, we get 2x is equal to 8 and x is equal to 4. That's the value of x. Let's go to the next question now. We need to simplify this given expression. Now we use the law of exponent here. We have x raised to power a divided by x raised to power b. We can write that as x raised to power a minus b, and then we have whole of this raised to the power a plus b. Similarly, we do it for x by raised to power b by x raised to power c and x raised to power c by x raised to power a. So this is what we get. Now we use another law of exponent and we change this. We change this a x raised to power a minus b whole raised to power a plus b to the form x raised to power a square minus b square. Then this becomes b square minus c square and this becomes c square minus a square. This is again, this is x raised to power whole of a square minus b square, x raised to power whole of b square minus c square, and x raised to power whole of c square minus a square. So now simplify using the other law of exponent, which says x raised to power a into x raised to power b will become x raised to power a plus b. So using that we add these exponents together and we see minus b square cancels out with plus b square, minus c square with plus c square, minus a square with a square, and that takes us to x raised to power 0, which is equal to 1 as per the law of exponent. Let's now move to the fifth question. We need to solve this expression 2 raised to power m plus 1 into 3 raised to power 2m minus 1 minus n into 5 raised to power m plus n plus 2 into 6 raised to power n whole divided by 6 raised to power m into 10 raised to power n plus 1 into 15 raised to power m. So the first thing that we do is we factorize each of the base in the given expression to their prime factors. So the numbers of the type 6 and 10 and 15, they will all be factorized into their prime factors. So let's see what it becomes. We get 2 raised to power m plus 1 into 3 raised to power 2m minus n into 5 raised to power m plus n plus 2 into 2 into 3 whole raised to the power n. So we factorize 6 into 2 and 3. Similarly, in the denominator, we factorize 6 to 2 multiplied by 3 whole raised to power m. We factorize 10 and it becomes 2 multiplied by 5 whole raised to power n plus 1. And we factorize 15, which becomes 3 into 5 whole raised to power m. Now we consolidate all the powers of 2, 3 and 5 and we bring them to the numerator. So we get 2 raised to power m plus 1 into 3 raised to power 2m minus n into 5 raised to power m plus n plus 2 into 2 raised to power n into 3 raised to power n. This is because in the numerator we had 2 multiplied by 3 whole raised to the power n. And now we take the denominator terms also to the numerator. So 2 into 3 raised to power m becomes 2 raised to power minus m into 3 raised to power minus m in the numerator. Similarly, 2 into 5 raised to power n plus 1 becomes 2 raised to power minus of n plus 1 and 5 raised to power minus of n plus 1. Similarly, 3 into 5 raised to power m becomes 3 raised to power minus m and 5 raised to power minus m when it is brought to the numerator. So now we will add all the powers of 2 together, 3 and 5 separately. So if we take, we have 2 raised to power m plus 1 plus n minus m minus n minus 1. For 3 raised to power, we have 2m minus n plus n, and then we have minus m and another minus m. This multiplied by 5 raised to power m plus n plus 2, and then we have minus n minus 1, and then we have minus m. So now if we see 2 raised to the power m plus 1 plus n minus m minus 1. Now we'll cancel out minus m with plus m, minus n with plus n, and minus 1 with plus 1. Similarly, we'll cancel out minus n with plus n in the powers of 3, and we'll cancel out 2m with minus m minus m. Now coming to the power of 5, we cancel out m with minus m, we cancel out n with minus n, and we'll get 5 raised to power 2 minus 1. So the result is 2 raised to the power 0 into 3 raised to power 0 into 5 raised to power 1, and that is 5. So this is the answer. So now let's look at the last question for the basic level. If we are given that a is equal to 2 raised to power x, b is equal to 4 raised to power y, and c is equal to 8 raised to power z, and ac is equal to b square, we need to find out a relation between x, y, and z. Let's see how we proceed with it. We'll write all of them, a, b, and c, as exponents of 2. So we have a is equal to 2 raised to power x, which was already given. We have b is equal to 2 raised to power 2y, and we have c is equal to 2 raised to power 3z. Now we are given that ac is equal to b square, so let's multiply and see what it becomes. We have a replaced with 2 raised to power x and c replaced with 2 raised to power 3z. This becomes equal to 2 raised to power 4y. So that is x plus 3z. 2 raised to power x plus 3z becomes equal to 2 raised to power 4y. So x plus 3z is equal to 4y is the final relation between x, y, and z. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you find it useful, please like it and share it with your friends. You can visit us at our Cool Smart Learning website and post your queries there. And please subscribe to the Cool Smart Learning channel for getting updates on the new sessions. Thank you.